opened the door of the room we were meant to be doing the gig in, and as I opened the door, they'd given it over to a karate class. So I just opened the door and just saw somebody get thrown through a trestle table. And I went, tough crowd.
And I thought that my bikini had fallen off. Yeah. And this is how well I know Steve. I went, have I got a knocker out?
Have I got a knocker out? Yeah, that's what we do. We look out for each other. It was a panning shot. And then there's this sort of mousy blonde. And I remember going, that's the one for me. Not you, it was the one with no teeth and the lisp. See that new drama on ITV last night? And they went, yeah, good, wasn't it? Yeah, good. She went, six-parter. It's like to do that on your deathbed. It's a good joke.
My guest today is someone I've known for years and I've had the pleasure of working with on more than one occasion. He starred in some of Britain's best love comedies, including Pheonix Nights, Benidorm, Peep and Ted Lasso. And most recently, he's been filming the latest series of Madame Blanc with me. Welcome, my dear friend, Steve Edge.
Hello.
Hello.
This is weird, isn't it?
This is really weird.
Because I know every one of your anecdotes, you know every one of mine. So this is some of the best acting we'll have to do.
This is the best acting, like, oh, really? I'll have to go,
Do you know what I save my best work for? Christmas, when I'm opening presents from people who don't know you very well. Oh, it's a camper van. I've got a camper van. I want a camper van towel. Oh,
You've got
brilliant.
a camper van?
That's just what I wanted. So we do a lot of that, pretending we've not heard the anecdotes.
Pretending I've never known you before.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot don't know you. Well, they do know you, but they don't know you know you, like I do.
Yeah.
So this is what we do to start. We do this like quick fire thing.
Oh, okay.
And it tells me a little bit about you. And I can literally answer every single one of these.
Mr. and Mrs.
Which is making me laugh. Mr. Right. So I'm thinking I might answer them as well.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Be honest. See if you think you know what I was going to say after I've said it.
Okay. First one, which series have you binged more than any other?
Oh.
Is it that romantic comedy that you and Tam watched together? All of us or one of us or something?
Oh, This Is Us.
This
yeah,
is us.
No, it is. That probably
the right
is.
answer?
Yeah, no, you have got the right answer. This
Right,
is
okay.
us. I would say that This Is Us.
See, I do listen to you. I know you think I don't.
No, I see the eyes go. I see the lights going up in your eyes.
Glazing over.
Yeah.
Of all the people you've worked with, who is the hardest person to keep a straight face with? I think I know with this answer as well.
Should we say at the same time?
Robin Asquith.
yeah, it is impossible. And had a double threat with Sue Holderness as well.
They're an absolute comedy nightmare in the best way. Right. You were obsessed with sitcoms growing up. What's one comedy you wish you'd been in?
I'd say Steptoe Son.
You know what I was going to say?
What were you going to say?
Porridge.
Porridge or Steptoe Son. Yeah, more of an ensemble piece.
Robin always said that you're like Richard Beckinsale.
I know, I love that he said that.
But he said you are literally like him.
No, I love that he said that.
You're the new reincarnation of him.
I know, I'll take that all day. Yeah, it's nice. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
Especially from somebody that knew him. I'll go,
exactly.
I'll have that as a compliment.
Mm-hmm. Who was your TV crush?
TV, when I was a kid?
Yeah.
I know this. I was probably about 8 years old.
Right.
It was like watching, I don't know what it was. Remember Razzmatazz? Or
Yes.
Top of the Pops, one of them. And there was this band on, like a girl band, like proper girls.
Yeah.
I think they were like a school choir.
Don't you dare say it.
There was a panning shot of all the. I think they were actors. Right? I don't know if it was Winifred's or something. And then there's this sort of mousy blonde. And I remember going, that's the one for me. Not you, it was the one with no teeth and the lisp.
I know you're in that, Sally, but it was the one with the bunches with no teeth.
No teeth, no top teeth. Who was my... Funny, it was Funny Women, I think. I think just growing up, it was like...
I reckon, I'm going to guess this one as well. Marty Caine.
Marty Caine, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So me and you have known each other since... Oh, God. Pheonix Nights, which was 1998?
Nine, I think. I think it was filmed
1999.
Yeah.
I was only ever in one ep.
Yeah.
Even though Tracy Burns was mentioned in the whole series.
Yeah.
Which was really weird. When I did the Royal Family, I was only on ep. Because everyone think I was in more because I was mentioned in every ep of that series.
Like Peter Vaughan in Porridge. Grouty mentioned a lot, only in 4 episodes or something.
4 episodes, same thing. So we've known each other forever. We've filmed for 6 years on Madame Blanc.
Yeah.
Quite intensely. But we've played each other's partners many times. What is your earliest TV memory?
It'd be like kids' TV, wouldn't it? I seem to remember I lived quite close. My school was quite close to my house, so I think he used to come home for dinner sometimes when I was about 5 or 6.
Must have done that.
and have a like lunch and meat sandwich.
Nice.
White bread, loads of butter. Not butter, margarine. It would have been Stork SB, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The tin kind.
With the jelly round it that you slice off and cut your fingers while you're doing it. Yeah.
And watch like Let's Pretend. That'd be Jamie and the Magic Torch. All those
Jamie
sort
and the
of things.
Magic Torch.
It's great, wasn't it?
I thought, it was me and you were talking about kids' TV years ago. And until I met you, and I thought I'd made up the Adventure Game and Jamie and the Magic Torch.
Yeah, because the Adventure Game was like a thing that you just caught a couple of times. So you think you made it up.
Because it was like a plant shaking.
Everyone remembers that end bit when they're on that grid?
Yeah, and there's a plant.
But there was a bit when they were in the dark as well, and they had to grab like klebs or whatever the currency was.
It was on BBC Two.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock on a night, like once a week. And then Jamie and the Magic Torch, me and our Chris loved it.
Great idea. Just shine a torch, you go anywhere in the world.
And no one until I met
What's his
you
dog
had ever
called?
watched
Wordsworth.
it. Wordsworth.
Dog was called Wordsworth.
What sort of television household? What did you watch when you were telly? I mean, me, it was all light entertainment and comedy.
Same. So all the sort of, 3, 2, 1s, your bullseyes, your mind your language, quarter past 5. That was on a Saturday or something ridiculous.
I know.
I think is it even on like
Heidi High?
Heidi High was BBC, but even like kids' TV, I never really switched over to BBC. I think I missed Banana Man or something, but
yeah,
I only ever turned over to watch Grange Hill and then watch Blue Peter.
I like Blue Peter. I like the making the stuff.
Yeah,
the Dead Dangerous stuff that set fire to your house.
Yeah, Tony Hart as well. That was good.
Tony Hart.
I watched that.
I got a picture on Tony Hart.
Did you on the gallery? What was it?
So you think it was just St. Winifred's Called Quiet?
No.
It was a sparrow.
So it's been downhill since.
It's been downhill
since the chart hits and the art success. Maybe you achieved too much too soon.
I thought I was going to be Tracy Emin.
Yeah, no.
Didn't happen.
Tracy Burns.
So you started out in comedy. When did you know you were... It's a stupid question to ask Steve Edge. When did you know you were funny?
I just liked comedy. So, talking about early TV memories, I remember watching, like, BBC Two used to play, like, about 3 o'clock, they used to play, like, 2 Lauren Hardys in a row.
Yes.
Like,
and
Safety Last, Harold Lloyd, they played all that. So I loved all that. And I think I wasn't the funny one at school. I think I was the funny one in amongst my gang.
Right.
And my little gang were, like, mainly posher kids who had better Spectrum games, so I could befriend them and copy their games. So I wasn't like entertaining the bullies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they say.
When did you decide, right, I want to go and do performance?
I think it was that sort of period in time. Well, I just didn't know what I wanted to do when I left school. I knew I liked comedy, but there was no I was from like a little...
And you were in a band.
I'd always done creative stuff. Me and brother used to draw our own comics. We were in a band together. Yeah. We'd always done creative things. And there was a period in that sort of, what is that, like sort of late 80s, early 90s, when like video cameras and camcorders became, everyone had one. It was easy to get one. It weren't like the big thing on your shoulder anymore. So we used to just like make films and stuff. And like we made like comedy series and we made our own little, and I used to edit them all like 2 video recorders and like a 3-second roll before it actually cuts in. And then I had me Amiga and I put all the punch sound effects on the big karate thing we had. And so we used to do all that, and that's how I got into it. And then I thought, I would like to do this. And then I went to Stafford College, did performing arts, was it? BTEC in performing arts, I think. And I was about 19, everyone else was 16, and they'd all done, musical theatre, and they knew every song. And I had to go to the library and, like, learn. So I go, it's Sondheim, it's Sondheim.
Yeah.
I think Into the Woods is my favourite, and just so I could keep up with them.
I love the characters of Eponine.
I just like Grease, and they didn't do Grease.
They didn't do Grease. They did the posh ones.
They did the posh ones.
I'm going to take a little break now.
Okay, have a sip of water.
And before we go to the break, I'm going to ask a question, and it is, which British sitcom became the biggest selling British TV DVD format in history in 2002? Answer after the break. Welcome back to A Night In with Sally Lindsay. Don't forget you can listen wherever you get your podcasts and watch on YouTube every Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe and review, please. Thank you. Now, before the break, I asked which British sitcom became the biggest selling British DVD format in history in 2002. And it was, obviously, where we met, Pheonix Nights.
Was it? Was that big? Was that really?
It outsold The Office 2 by 1.
Good. It's like there's a weird rivalry between us two, isn't there?
What, The Office and Pheonix Nights?
I don't know what it is. I think they won all the awards. We won all the People's Choice Awards, but they won all the legitimate awards.
The comedy. Did Pheonix Nights win the Comedy Awards though, a couple of times?
Yeah, I feel like they got 2 repeats and we only got 1 or whatever.
It was some old nonsense.
I wish them no harm.
So Peter Kay was above you at uni.
He was.
So explain when you met him.
He was the year above me at Salford University. Well, when I met him was when we got there. His Year, Chris Bisson was in His Year as well.
There's an old mate of mine from Coronation Street.
Yeah, they did a big, like a variety show. And they'd all done, like, some people were singing, some people did little comedy sketches, some people were doing impressions. You know, everyone in the year was His Year. And Peter was the compere. And he was literally like, people would come on and go, we're doing this like little sketch. And they do a little skit and they go, what was that? Battle of And you were like, I remember the lecturers going, Peter, you're not above that. You're on the same course as them. And he was like,
who do you think you are?
Just like, but it was funny. It was very funny to see somebody do that.
Just taking the mickey out of everyone.
Yeah, just people on his course. And then so
it's a different. He always had a different level of confidence, Peter, didn't he?
Yeah, but he had that because the show was at that university. He was able to mimic like Gordon and all the people who worked with him, worked with Jason since, but they were all at that university at the time. So he was he was good at getting inside and underneath the skin of people. You could that was his gift. You could see
the observation and the memory. He remembers everything you've ever said.
Yeah,
that's one thing Pete does. He remembers everything you've ever said and takes the mick out of it.
Yeah.
There was loads of people spinning around at that time. Obviously, before that Peter Kay thing, because I was in a play. It was a thing called Girls' Night Out by Dave Simpson. It was really, really funny play. And it was in the days you could be in theatre without being on the telly. Mm. And Peter came to see me. That's when I met him.
Right.
But he'd just done that Peter Kay thing. But I think you were in that, weren't you? How did the relationship form for it to be your first break?
Well, because we were mates at university. I remember staying at his house one night talking about comedy, and he put themes from the sitcoms on as we were going to sleep. But we did, and he did. I was just dropping off sleep. Awake, Fletch, and it did lines from Porridge and stuff. But I remember he'd left, and we did Midsummer Night's Dream. We were in second year. I was in second year at this point.
What did you play?
A bottom,
obviously.
Obs.
Just checking.
And just like a director from the Bronx in the middle of Salford, just going, "You better get this right, or my ass is grass." And I was like, "What are you talking about? What's that mean?"
I don't know what that means.
What that means.
What's that mean?
But Peter came to watch it.
All right.
And he took me to the stairwell after, and he was like, "If I ever write a show, I'm going to put you in it because I think you're good." And I was like, "Oh, that's lovely." But it didn't mean anything, did it? Because it was just a bloke who just was in the year above me who just left. He hadn't done anything at this point.
Yeah.
Nothing. And then true to his word, he did, like, when he did that Peter Kay thing. So I was in 4, I think, playing a character called Alan, but not the Alan who's in Les Alanos, weirdly. Right. I am in that episode. Paddy had sort of had a thing with my girlfriend that when I came in the club in that episode became the one that became Pheonix Nights.
Oh, yeah.
So I was in, it was lovely, nice, just mad, just going on set. I think the first day I was in Blackpool and just seeing Peter as Leonard, that character, Leonard.
Yeah.
It didn't look like him.
No,
it wasn't like we'd all made films and put like a bit of flour in our hair, but this was like professional TV makeup, and I was like, this is mental. But actually,
so you can literally, he sort of taught you can literally completely transform yourself.
Yeah, but also really? It just felt real. It felt like a proper TV job rather than we'd all made little films, but this was like, oh no, this is another level, isn't it? This is actual makeup artists who've done a fantastic job. So
there was one there of that Peter Kay thing that got you on, that started Pheonix Nights off.
Yeah, in the club, I think it was called, that one.
So what happened then? How did you get to that level?
I think that one was the one that looked like he could take off more. So I think in that one I was a bloke. Yeah, like I said, I arrived and the 2 bouncers, I think they were still called Max and Paddy.
Right.
I mean, Paddy's he can play anybody, so like it could have been anything.
Paddy's very good at playing Paddy.
I love
brilliant.
Paddy.
We love Paddy.
We love Paddy.
Absolutely love
doing
Paddy.
A joke about Paddy,
and he's so funny.
He would.
Such a lovely bloke.
Yeah, he texts me every time he goes through Wolverhampton. I can't say what he texts me, but it's always something really bad.
Something really bad. Yeah, and I love Paddy.
But yeah, so then that became the second series. That became Pheonix Nights. Yeah.
So what was it like when we were on set with? Obviously, I was only on it. Like I said, I was only one episode. But I remember when I was on set, it was the first set I'd been at. Then again, I did the Royal Family. They were lovely, but it was quite professional. And I'd only ever done another job after that. And then I did stand up for a bit as well.
Yeah.
But my contemporaries were really like, I used to bump into Alan Carr a lot, and and that was my kind of era, like a couple of years after. So I was acting full on. But I remember the Royal Family was quite professional. It was lovely and fabulous and really lovely atmosphere, but everyone just was absolutely taking the royal of each other, weren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely taking the mickey out of each other all the time. It was relentless. That's my memory of
It was,
Nights.
yeah. It was just like, it was 100 miles an hour. Archie was nicking people's clothes and hiding people's clothes. She couldn't get changed. It was all going on. But but the beauty of that job was, before we started filming, Pete used to send me the scripts. And he'd go, what do you think of these? What him and Neil and Dave had written it. And they'd go, well, these are good, aren't they? And then we'd film it. And because me and Toby were the band, and it was mainly in that one room, we were in all day and every day.
Yeah.
So we were there for 6 weeks, pretty much. And then Peter took me in the edit once, and so you got that invaluable experience of like, you know, a show coming together from beginning to end.
So it's a real learning curve.
Yeah, but also what turned out to be actually quite a good show, because it could have just been a show, like, you know,
that you never...
which what we thought when we were filming it. We're like, oh, our mate's written a show, and we'll see how this goes.
So you didn't feel at the time this is going to be like a massive cult classic?
No, because we were having too much fun. We were having a lovely time. We were in a working men's club in Farnworth, near Bolton. There was bits in it, like surreal bits, like we have on Madame Blanc. Yeah. But there was a bit when I was playing snooker with Roy Walker, and I was like, how's it come to this?
How's that happened? And I've continued that on for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was the first classic you've been in, and you've been in many since. But I suppose a similar kind of thing where you're in the background all the time. Weirdly, years later in your career, we come to sort of Benidorm.
Yeah.
And because you've told me this before, that it's quite hard to be in the background and being alive and be fabulous. But that was a lot to do with Benidorm, wasn't it? Because you were on the
yeah.
So how did what was it like joining Benidorm?
Well, joining anything late is daunting.
Yeah.
Because we're sort of like, weirdly, we went in. If I'd have gone in on my own, if any of us had gone in on our own, I think it would have been more daunting.
Yeah.
But I remember going to Tiger Aspects and casting my wife, and then meeting Julie and going, brilliant, I've got Julie Graham as my wife.
I love her.
And then there was a couple for the kid, and that was Josh got that part, who's still one of my best mates, Josh Bolt. And then we had Bobby Nutt, who I didn't know at this point, but he was a big Sheffield comedian, and I absolutely adored Bobby Nutt. He had stories. I mean, I've told you the Marty Kane story. Marty Kane's story is my favourite.
Go on.
So he was big mates with Marty Kane. And he said when she knew she was dying, she knew she had like days to live. He said we were all sat round the bed, and Marty was just sat there, and he said no one knew what to say. He was just sort of quietly just sat there. And then Marty Kane went, "You see that new drama on ITV last night?" And they went, "Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah, good." She went, "Six-parter." Like days to live. Just like to do that on your deathbed. It's a good joke.
A six-part.
Six-parter.
My husband Steve's dear friend was just the funniest person, and he went to see the first Star Wars.
Yeah.
And he only had like 6 months. He went, "Oh, flipping, I'm going to see that." And then we're like crying, laughing in the cinema, just being able to do that at the time.
To do that gag.
I'm never going to see that next.
But yeah, so the Benidorm, like all of them there. So the way it's written and the way it's filmed is most of our stuff was together. We're at the pool side together. You know, there's like Vegas and Selena are a bit further around, and Joey and they're all over there. So if they're shooting that side of the pool, you're in all day.
Yeah, whatever you do.
You're just chatting. You're having a lovely time.
Yeah.
And it was 4.5 months we filmed a year. So I'd spent more than a year and a bit sat next to those four people, Anna Neves, who played the daughter as well, Kate Fitzpatrick, who came in after, just having a laugh. And
it was a weird another connection we've got is that at the same time I was in a thing called Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
And it was made by the same company. Obviously, we were Sky, you were ITV. And the reason I was never in Benidorm, you were never in Mount Pleasant, because we were filming at the same time. But we had a very similar experience because obviously my dad was Bobby Ball.
Yeah.
And they were mates, weren't they?
Yeah, so Bobby Ball came in the
last one we got cancelled, and then you snapped him up for the last one.
He was just in for like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah. So Julie, obviously, I'm obsessed with her as well. Got her in Madame Blanc, absolutely adore her.
Absolutely.
Been on this.
Yeah.
Adore her. Did you have like that? Because we knew each other really. There was never when we created Dom Hayes for you. There was never a question that it was not going to work.
Yeah, we didn't have to get to know each other because we knew each other.
Whereas Julie,
did
you know that was there like chemistry matches? Because I said that with Dan Ryan. There's loads of chemistry things.
There was only a couple, but just there was a couple of choices. But then she was just like straight away. Me and Julie got on because Julie laughs at everything. She's like got a filthy sense of humour.
Oh, she's filthy.
It's wrong sense of humour, which is
swearing.
That's the beauty of Julie Graham. No, but it is, a bit like you. That's just similarities, yeah.
So I'm ping-ponging through your career here because you've done so much, as you know. Star Stories. I'm obsessed with Star Stories.
Yeah, it's sort of forgotten now. It was very big. It's big at the time.
Please, everyone, whoever you're listening to, however you're listening or watching to, please just go and download Star Stories. It's one of the funniest things. It makes me cry laughing, Star Stories. It's just so wrong.
It's so wrong.
It's so wrong.
Sort of, it's like that Viz sort of wrong. It's like
it's just
right
beautiful.
to the edge of everything.
It's not funny though. I mean, I'm thinking of stuff now.
I think we did. There was occasionally we would film like 2 different lines, just because one of them might be too like libelous or too bad or whatever.
Not many things I go, oh, we should have been in that. I'd love to have been in Star Stories. It looked like the biggest laugh.
We just had a right laugh because we were all very tight, like especially me, Kevin Bishop, and Harry Peacock.
Yeah, we're still one of your best mates now.
Yeah, so that was our little gang, and then so there was loads of other little gangs in it as well, but that was us 3, and we had like 10 wigs a day. Your hair, like they, put those elastic bands in your hair.
Yeah, because you've had to take your...
And they just and gaff quat and your phone sticks to your face. But like 10 wigs away. And the premise was always, whoever they are, they look like their most iconic version. So like Sting has always got the stripy B thing on. But he's Jimmy Nail out of Our Feed the Same Pets. So he's just wandering around going, what's going on here, Lee? Just being Jimmy Nail. I'm boring. I was Sting, yeah. So Jimmy Nail. So the Sting was Jimmy Nail. So when we did the Paul McCartney one, so the whole point of the Paul McCartney one was he was sort of at the Mills because it was always from someone's perspective. Yeah. So she'd said all these things about him in the paper. So then you can't argue. He didn't contest them. So we made that show out of that. But he was quite. She said he was stingy. He turned lights off when he left the room. Paul. So I just made him Rigsby. So it was just Rigsby going, who's your favourite Beatle? Just wandering round. You work for a landmine charity, dear. And it was just that. But we just turned him into Rigsby. Who should get out of my house? Yeah, he was edgy, wasn't he, John? It was just really childish, but so much fun to do.
So wrong.
It's just brilliant.
And the same kind of vibe went on to, look at me, I'm still laughing about that. I'm going to watch that one again. Peep Show.
Yeah, Peep Show.
So that's another one of the boys' favourite things, which is so... I didn't really watch Peep Show, and I walked in and they were about 11 watching it. I'm going, oh, this is so wrong. And then I thought, it's all right, is it? Is it bad? I'm a bad mother? Yeah, I am. But anyway, they loved it.
Yeah, Peep Show was... they were still filming it in Croydon when I did. I think I was the second series. They moved to a studio.
Right.
I remember there was a bit when I throw a bottle, a stone through a window. Neil Fitzmaurice in that scene, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and there was just like proper mad heads coming down the road. And Phil Clark, the producer, was like a little sort of fella, really sort of sweet and lovely, knew loads of kung fu or karate or something.
Did he?
So these lads, oh, Josie, like that, and he just went, "What do you want here?" And they just sort of, like in the Lost Boys, when he goes in the video show and he goes, "Stay off the boardwalk," and they all right, mate. They all just ran off. It's just terrifying.
This little posh bloke.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for another little break, and before we go to break, I'm going to ask another question, which is, which Benidorm star is the only person to appear in every episode of the show? Answer after the break. Welcome back. If you're enjoying A Night In with Sally Lindsay, please do follow the show on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. So before the break, I said, which Benidorm star is the only person to appear in every episode of the show? Who would you say?
1 or 2, isn't it? Is it Janine Davitsky?
I love Janine.
Yeah, Janine is very
Janine
good.
was on Still Open on ours, and she was a right laugh.
Yeah, she's great.
No. Jake Canuso plays Macchio.
Yeah.
He was in everyone. We've both been very lucky that we can do the old drama side as well. Yeah. So let's talk about some of the sort of quite high-end dramas you've done.
Yeah.
I'd say the most harrowing one for me was Channel 5's Maxine.
Yeah, Maxine was... Well, it's because it's a story we remember from growing up. So you feel like you have to sort of, you have to give it the service it sort of
And did
dictates.
You play a real person?
I did, and I spoke to he rang me, the real guy. He was a journalist, and he rang me and he was talking me through it all, how he discovered this and that. So I didn't try and do an impression of him or anything in the show. It was all filmed in Dublin, and it was the cast were great.
Because I've talked to other people on this very sofa about playing those very delicate parts, and they've said it's 1 in a million. It's quite harrowing to do.
Yeah.
Because you take it with you. Would
you
say?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it. I've done it once. I did Murder for Being Different, and I found it almost on set. I don't know whether it was like you. It was almost like, because the subject matter was so unbelievably harrowing.
Yeah.
We were slightly hysterical.
Yeah, you have
we
to.
We went comedy, but not when we're on set, taking the mickey.
No, but you have to.
We were hysterically.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Like in between, you have to somehow try and lighten it and have a ridiculous conversation about your favourite pudding or something.
Yeah.
Just so you can get back into that. But I think because of that was about kids, and I still have got, but I had young kids then.
Yeah.
It was quite easy to sort of feel the drama in it.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
And it was well written as well, so like it was easy to do that.
And also, Until I Kill You.
Oh yeah. That was
What was that like?
I mean, that was again it was a harrowing true story. Didn't know the story. It all filmed in Swansea. I think we went over there and did it. And Anna Maxwell Martin, obviously brilliant. But like the character she was playing that's why she wasn't believed at the time. She was larger than life and a bit odd. So you're playing with all that as well. But it was a dark job to do.
It's a different skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to take another sort of tool out the toolbox.
Yeah.
Rather than like when we're on Madame Blanc, obviously there's a bit of drama on Madame Blanc and we do a little bit of to do, but really it's us.
Well, we know who we are, don't we?
Yeah,
so it's like putting on a comfy pair of shoes. We know what's going to happen in that. Whereas in this, it was like, you did have to sort of find, because I played sort of like a copper who was a nice copper, but not a very good copper. Not a bad copper, just a bit inadequate.
So now, talking of the massive hits you've had and the massive things you've been in, and you just slip in stealth-wise, steal the show and slip out again. Ted Lasso, what was that like?
I mean, again, like daunting coming in, because it's much loved, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hadn't really seen it, so I wasn't that daunted.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no.
That's really good.
I think I'd gone for a part right at the beginning and got it, and for whatever reason didn't do it.
Didn't fancy
No, but then it was nice. It was just like a couple of days. I think it was all filmed in like Watford, my stuff.
It was very funny, your character.
Well, I was just like a really sort of lovely gin wanker.
Yeah.
Sort of craft baker.
Craft baker.
Just a nice guy.
Just lovely.
And with sort of Leanne Best just sort of shouting next to you, and I'm just going, the gimlet. Just sort of.
It's really funny that. I remember when we were watching it with the boys, and they went, "Oh, it's Uncle Steve!"
No, it's not. It was not.
It was so excited.
The cast were lovely. Like Brett Goldstein was dead sweet. I remember him saying like, "What are you doing here? I think you're brilliant."
Yeah.
That was really nice. They like sort of knew who I was a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead sweet. All of them really sweet. Got
Brilliant.
no notes on how good they were.
So it's quite difficult going into that, though, isn't it? I mean, because I remember going into back in the day. Well, obviously going into Coronation, it was the biggest one, but actually the royal family was worse because it was like so ridiculously not globally, but it was nationally like massive.
Yeah.
Everybody watched it.
So were you not in the first series? You were in the second
No,
series?
I was in the third
Oh, were you?
series.
So it
I was only in one
massive
ep
then.
in the
It was
Baby
massive
Davis,
then,
and it was massive by then. And then I think they wanted Kathy Burke, and Kathy had said, "No, you want an unknown.
Yeah.
You want someone that is right,
Yeah, but
common as
that
much."
should always be the way, though, shouldn't it?
It should be really for when you've got such an established.
Yeah.
You've got. I mean, it's a bit like us now in Madame Blanc. We don't really need. Our regulars are so big anyway.
Yeah, but it's quite nice to. It's quite
nice to
nice
get the
to
odd
different
one.
faces, though.
It is
Isn't
really,
it? I think
isn't it?
sometimes.
But so we've got to mention Jace. So Jason Manford is one of your best friends in the world.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You've been his best man. He's been your best man.
Yeah, we were each other's best men.
And how did that friendship begin? I mean, I've known Jason since he was 17 and I was 25 and he was nailing stand up then. Because he's a bit younger than us.
Yeah, he is a bit.
So how did you meet him?
44, 45?
45 now, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I was doing a gig, stand-up gig at, I think it was Manchester Met on Oxford Road, and I turned up. I think I was headlining, and then that's all I knew. And then I got there for whatever reason the gig had been pulled. I think they were like there was a live screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, a sing-along version.
Mental, yeah.
Something better had happened for students.
Yeah.
So they pulled the gig, but I didn't know. So I was waiting in the bar, waiting for this function room to open, and there was this like 17-year-old lad sat in the corner, and I didn't know him, and I was like, oh, I thought he must be one of the other comedians, and so I went over, said hello, and then nobody told us what was going on. So I went to the function room, opened the door of the room we were meant to be doing the gig in, and as I opened the door, they'd given it over to a karate class. So I just opened the door and just saw somebody get thrown through a trestle table. And I went, oh, no, tough crowd. And that's how Jason laughed and we became mates.
But you and Jason, you do make me laugh together. I remember we doing, when we were in, because obviously I know Jason, but obviously you're dear friends. And when we usually have our works due, don't we? We go to an award ceremony.
Yeah.
There's one that we really like that we go to.
Yeah.
And is it TV Choice Awards?
TV Choice, I think, yeah.
But I remember Jason was hosting one year, it was a couple of years ago, And all he was doing was looking at you, and he's like, "You don't give me anything, him."
I know, yeah. No,
and you'd written half of it.
He brought it up on the radio the week after as well. He was like, I did that, John. You
didn't give me nothing. See his face.
And I was like,
First thing he said to me is, "Sal, have you seen his face?" Didn't do anything.
I was enjoying my night, when I.
So me and you have been on the same show, Madame Blanc Mysteries, playing Will They, Won't They?
Yeah.
Then we got together, and now potentially who knows? And we've done that for 6 years over in Gozo and Malta. But we're Gozertons, aren't we?
We're Gozertons.
People. We like
the heart of the show is Gozo.
It is Gozo, isn't it? So, how much of a laugh do we have there?
It's just like we joke about it being a holiday, don't we?
We do.
It's not a holiday. We are working.
Robin always goes, everybody says it's a holiday, but we're very, very hard workers. I'm like, you do 2 days a week, Robin, if that.
Yeah. He's got to get 1 day at 6:30, and he's annoyed.
Oh, God, he didn't sleep.
But we're because it's a small island, we know all the restaurants.
Everything.
There isn't loads, but we know the good ones, the ones that we like. We know where the nearest quick food is. We know I've got a little harbour, haven't we?
We go swimming, me and Steve, in this place called. And the brilliant thing about Gozo is it's so hard to get there. No one's taking pictures of you.
No.
So nobody takes pictures anyway because we're over 50. So no one gives a monkey's about us anyway anymore.
No.
But there's this little bay near our hotel, and Steve has named it the Lou Reed Bay because in Malta, all the ladies over a certain age, like over 70, dye their hair jet black. We don't quite know why.
And they've all got
massive
the Lou Reed sunglasses.
Lou Reed
it's just like a load of Lou Reeds.
And they're all bobbing around.
It's Lou Reed Bay, isn't it? It's the perfect bay.
And the brilliant, if the Lou Reeds are not in there, we don't go in because the jellyfish are high.
Could be jellyfish in there.
Aren't they?
Although we did get a Schlendy one year, and there was them sort of quite rough Geordies there, and I had to sort of drag you out, and you thought you had to knock her out.
Right, it was the first season, and we're in lockdown.
Because you're on about nobody, because there's nobody in that bay, so you're not going to worry about it. But then you were like that. Get me out quick. This is my audience. Have I got to knock her out?
There was these Geordies, and they were about. I'm not being funny. They were about. I can't tell you how big they were.
They were muscle though. Like, it was mainly a lot of them. Some of them were muscle.
Huge.
Not all of them.
And they were all sat in the having a fag.
How were they smoking in the sea? Where was the lighter?
In the sea. We couldn't work it out. I was obsessed, and I was like, "Oh my God, British people!" I thought, "Oh my God, nightmare! I can't be seen with the bikini with British people. That's a nightmare."
Sanskrit tattoos.
So I made him get me out, and then I thought the bikini had fallen off. And this is how well I know Steve. I went, "Have I got to knock her out?"
Have I got to knock her out? Yeah, that's what we do. We look out for each other. We do. We always say it when we're filming, don't we? If any of us need 5 minutes, I will say to you, and I go, give us the nod. I'll go face first through that table.
Well, the thing is, during the record of Madame Blanc, so I've gone through perimenopause, and now I'm going into menopause. And Steve always says, "What is your specialised subject on Mastermind?"
Yeah, and mine is the menopausal journey of Sally Lindsay. So I was there at the beginning of the crazy ride.
So I didn't. I couldn't finish the ending sentence. Went, I'm going to take this. I think I'm going to take this HRT malarkey. Went on it. Thought, oh, this is great. I can finish the ending sentence. Obviously, Steve gets it. He gets it in the ear. Then do you remember that one morning they gave me the extra one that you go up to, which I'm on now. And I thought, I can nail this.
It's early when it's too early in the journey.
Oh, my God. And all of a sudden...
Giddy.
I went over to Steve and I went, I'm going to faint. And he went, stop! And he just stopped filming everyone. And I went to the toilet. So this is how a dear friend he is. Yeah. Just went, no. So I ripped my patch off, lay down for half an hour, which you never do when you're filming because you had a drama, and I was fine again. But that's it. So Steve really does know the menopause journey of Sally Lindsay.
The mastermind questions.
So he's made this joke out for ages saying that we've gone through all
the data, check your bloods, we've checked levels of estrogen, testosterone, all the levels. Turns out you're not perimenopausal, you're just a miserable.
You're just a miserable cow.
Yeah.
That was funny to start with.
Yeah.
But we have a lovely time, and also
we do.
All the six of us, like the six regulars, and actually Sanchin, so 8 of us, because we've been there from the start, and we all started in lockdown, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was mental, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the first year, we had to quarantine, didn't we, for 2 weeks when we got there. So it was weird, wasn't it? Cause
we were allowed one Friday off. The hotel used to sort of do a blind eye as long as we stayed sort of far away from each other. So we could meet up on a Friday, but only over a wall.
Yeah.
And I remember Robin used to come round to me and Sue Vincent, and we were in our hotel rooms next to us. We had this little veranda in front of us, and we used to sort of have to put a light on him because he didn't quite understand the distancing thing because he just didn't.
But almost like a cat with one of those pointers.
Yeah, I had to.
You had to go. That's where you were allowed to stay.
That's where you allowed to stay. And he'd hand the curry over to us, and that's when we fell in love
sort
with.
Of throwing twisties, the Maltese crisps at you.
Like that's catching him. We've had the most wonderful times out there, and everybody. I think our biggest sort of, I reckon. One things I'm most proud of is people say it's the best job they've ever done.
No, it's
and
lovely.
They love it.
It is though, isn't it?
And we have a lovely time.
And even people who come in, we had some new people in this year were like, "Oh, this is just the best job ever."
Which we can't say.
No, we can't say.
But we're very happy with the people that have come in this year.
Yeah, there was somebody who came in this year who did 8 days filming who was there for 3 months.
Yes,
longer than you and me.
Literally, and I am Madame Blanc.
Yeah. As Sancho said, longer than I've been in for the entire 5 series.
And this certain character
he had a lovely time.
He just had a lovely time, just stayed.
That was
it.
Ate fish and got drunk.
He ate fish and got drunk. So we just spoke about Jason Manford, but in what TV show did he play his first major role? Answer after the break. Welcome back to A Night In with Sally Lindsay. So we just spoke about Jason Manford, and the question was, what TV show did he play his first major role?
Was it Shameless?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. Well, I bet you're right.
No,
though,
it might not be.
I got this wrong.
No, what was it?
I think it's Moving On.
Oh, was he in that?
He did a Moving On in 2013.
Oh, no. Oh, right, major role. That's his first.
Yeah, he'd done little bits and stuff.
Yeah, no, he was a security guard in Shameless, I think.
Oh, was he?
When he was about 19, I think.
So this is funny now. What is your guilty pleasure TV?
Well,
now, you can blame your wife because I think
I do, but and I'm going to as well.
Totally. Your lovely wife Tam. I've just mentioned that. Yeah. So you're married to Tam, and you've got 2 boys.
Yeah, 10-year-old and 3-year-old.
Wow.
3-year-olds keep me busy at the minute, but my wife's been away since last October.
It's funny, isn't it? Because in all the years I've been on telly, I get asked all the time, how do you juggle by male journalists, female journalists actually, how do you juggle your kids? And...
I'm glad there was more to it. I'm just going to say, how do you juggle?
How do you juggle?
You throw one up in the air, and then you throw the other one.
It.
So the third one sort of
stays in the air.
How do you juggle? Male journalists all the time.
What?
How do you juggle?
Let's just do that next. How do you juggle your kids?
Right.
Hold one ear.
You've got one ear. You need 3, really. If you can do it with 2, it's cheating. Anyone can do it with 2. That's not juggling.
Use a cushion for the middle one.
Yeah. Put an head on it.
No, how do you juggle your children and work? And actually, it's a massive problem for anyone who's got kids, male or female. Like you said, your wife's away. Well, I think when we did the first season of Madame Blanc, because we couldn't come home because of the quarantine. Yeah, it was awful. I don't know if you will remember this, because I think we were in the same thing. That we were there for like 12 weeks with the quarantine, and the last day of filming was at the airport. And then there was that nun came out playing a saxophone. Yeah, that's just the producer had done a little card of me and you as Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd from Moonlighting. But inside was a photograph of my wife and child and a little note. And I just sort of broke down in tears. And there was a nun going, and I'm just trying to cry next to a fountain, which doesn't exist anymore. Weren't they the other day? I was like, it's really hard because it's funny because my Steve has never been asked that ever in any sort of music interviews ever done. And he's the one who takes the brunt of it when I'm away. Yeah, yeah. And then you had to sort of... We just sort of juggle, you two were working at the same time all around the world. And it's a hard problem, isn't it? It's like, how do you do it and how do you get away with it, really? Yeah, yeah. And we do. We never know when the job's going to come. You don't know where it's going to be. So you just have to sort of make do, don't you? You're going with it. And thank God for my mother-in-law, though, this year, because Madame Blanc was... Big shout out to Sal. Thank you, Sal. It wouldn't have happened. Thank you very much. Right, okay. Okay, yeah. What is your guilty pleasure? Right, well, I think it's finished now. TV pleasure? Yeah, I think, I think it's... I don't want to know that. Imagine that. Don't need to know that. My favourite is Billy Fair's The Mummy Diaries. So it's her life. I think they live in Hertfordshire now. Is she from one of these realities? I don't know. I don't know the genesis of the Only Ways Essex, something like that. Probably. Right. But it's life. She's got about three kids, I think, and then a fella Greg who just sort of potters around. He's always asking for keys for things that don't need keys. So he's just popping in, and go, babe, you got the keys to the bread maker. Babe, you got the keys to the Peloton. Things that don't need keys. He's always asking for things that don't need keys. Keys to the bathroom. But he wears. I watched this with my wife, and he wears
It's just like a sweatshirt and a sweatpants, like a matching.
Yeah.
I've got a set of these now. And when we're watching telly at night, she goes, "Oh, go put your Gregs on." And I get my Gregs on. And that's me uniform. I've got a pair of
Do you
Gregs.
mean you actually dress in costume to watch this programme?
Yeah, to watch the programme.
Right, this, now, young Stevie Edge.
Yes.
This is it's a quiz about your life on screen.
Oh, cool.
Now, some people are really smart at it.
Yeah.
And some people are absolutely rubbish and
think
get
I'll be
everything
rubbish
wrong.
at this.
But I'm going to ask you. It's quite specific, the first one, I've got to say, this question.
Oh, okay.
I'd have got it horribly wrong. So, your life on screen, Steve Edge.
Okay.
Your first big TV break came in 1998 in That Peter Kay Thing, the show that went on to inspire Pheonix Nights. What was the name of the club that burnt down in that show?
Was it not called the Pheonix Club?
No.
Was it not?
I was freaked out to double
I thought
check.
that was the joke because it was always called the Phoenix because it burnt down.
Well, apparently that's a new joke.
What was it called then?
It's called the Neptune Club.
Oh, I did know that.
You did know that?
Yeah, no, it definitely was called the Neptune.
I showed myself up this morning.
Yeah, no, I'd forgotten that. 20 odd years ago.
I would have sworn on my kid's life. I feel
definitely
terrible.
the Neptune Club.
You starred along Ramesh. Who I love Ramesh.
Very funny.
We love Ramesh, don't we?
Giggler, real giggler.
Is he?
When you watch him on that last one laughing, he was the one I was worried about the most because he laughs at everything. Ramesh, he's a real giggler.
I like him a lot.
And he's got his stage persona is deadpan, but like in real life he's a right giggler.
He's just funny.
So that must have been hard for him. That
So the Reluctant Landlord, which was brilliant, and you're on that as a rival gastropub landlord, which I love that character because he's just like
sort of gin guy.
Just a gin. He knows every gin. And, yeah. What is the name of your character? Oh, God. This is what happens. And he's like someone.
While you were saying it, I was thinking, what was I called again? Can you give me a clue?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got both names or just one name?
So Saran Jones played the doctor of this.
Oh, he was called somebody Foster, wasn't he?
Saran Jones, like I don't know.
He was somebody Foster, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And
Dan.
I'm literally giving it nearly.
Ben?
No. I'm just going to go through D.
D?
This is ridiculous.
Dev?
Dev.
Dev Foster?
David, nearly.
Oh, was David Foster? Yes, of course.
Not Dev.
David Foster, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you that. Yeah, I'll give you David Foster.
David Foster, yeah.
Even though I'd give you.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
What comedy double act was your character Alan part of in Pheonix Nights? Come on.
Well, Les Allen, us.
Thank God.
Les and Alan, us.
Right. Now, who wrote the Madame Blanc theme tune, Passing Through?
Well, it was Steve White and William?
Chris
Haig. Who's William Haig? Oh, he's William Haig, isn't
he? And Joel White, actually, was three of them, Haig and White.
Yeah.
They put that in. That was nice of them, wasn't it? When we're over in Gozo, there's a best friend of Robin Asquith who's not with us anymore.
Yes.
And what is his name, which is our local bar named after?
The Gareth Hunt Bar. Yeah. Gareth Hunt.
Should we tell everyone why it's called Gareth Hunt Bar?
Why is it? I feel like it's changed.
The reason being is because Robin tells such amazing stories about Gareth Hunt. I used to really fancy him. And we thought if he survived, because he unfortunately passed away in his late 60s, if he'd have survived, he would have moved to Gozo with Robin and he would have set a bar up.
Yeah.
And that would have been the bar.
Or the two of them would have lived together like the Odd Couple.
Oh,
that's a sitcom, isn't it?
That's it, see.
Just them
He would
two.
have definitely been in Madame Blanc.
Yeah.
So that's it, the Gareth Hunt Bar. Well, you know what, mate? That's it.
That it?
That's it. Well, not it for us, hopefully. That was wonderful. I love you very much.
I love you.
And,
Had a lovely time.
Had a lovely time.
Yeah.
And I'll see you very soon, obviously.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.